Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. One of the main questions I get from parents, kids with Tourette's, when they notice my Tourette's, does Tourette Syndrome go away? It's probably one of the most complicated answers ever. The short answer, in my opinion, no, it does not. A lot of medical professionals, a lot of medical journals, a lot of doctors will say, yes, you grow out of it. However, my psychiatrist told me that I was going to grow out of it by the time I was 18. Well, I mean, I'm 31 and I still have it. I meet so many people who have Tourette syndrome, both adults and children. Not once have I met anyone who grew out of Tourette's. If you have Tourette syndrome, it's never going away and you're going to have it forever. If you keep thinking, oh, it'll be gone when I grow up, it'll be gone later, and it doesn't, well, that's going to be a really big letdown. The same thing happened to me. 2 days before I turned 18, I was like, yes, only 2 more sleeps and I don't have Tourette syndrome anymore. I woke up and it was still there. So to avoid a false sense of hope, just accept it. It's going to be there your whole life. It's so hard to say because everybody's relationship with Tourette syndrome is different. Everybody's experience with Tourette syndrome is different. It's only specific to that individual. I'm sure it's possible for some people to grow out of it. I've never met anyone like that before. If you had Tourette's and you've grown out of it, I would love to hear from you because I've never met anyone who's grown out of it. I meet so many people who developed Tourette syndrome later in life and they got diagnosed at like 25. I have noticed that having Tourette's gets easier the older you get. So the more people I meet who have had Tourette's their whole life and they're now adults, they handle it a lot better. The behavior of tics and Tourette's is so complicated. Like you can never really predict it. Sure, the standard triggers are thinking about tics, talking about tics, people noticing your tics, thinking people are watching you tick, anxiety, stress, and fatigue. But sometimes you just tick more than usual and you can't answer why. Growing up, it's like this. And then slows down, and then ramps back up again, and then slows down, and then ramps back up again, and then slows down, and then ramps, and then slow, and then ramps. It's got its own mind. Having Tourette syndrome is like having its own living entity inside of you, like the movie Alien. There is no way you can really predict your tics. They just happen. That's what Tourette's is. You tick. Especially during puberty. Your hormones are going crazy, which means your tics increase. I mean, let's face it, puberty is hard enough. First of all, you're like, oh, what's going on down there? I've never seen that before. I'm changing. However, it is a really good gauge of how you're feeling. That's one of the superpowers I feel having Tourette's has given me, because I can now go, hang on, I'm ticking more than usual. Why? Oh, that's right, I didn't get much sleep last night, so I must be tired. Why am I ticking so much? That's right, I had a stressful day today because I had an argument with my boss. That's right, I was sitting up the front of the bus and I noticed everybody, or I thought everybody was noticing me tick, which made me tick even more. I view having tics like a really great bell that rings, like such a visual representation of how you're feeling. So many other people don't get that. They just feel a certain way and don't know why. It's a great way for you to be aware of your own emotions. Another question I get asked all the time is, can you stop it? Can you stop ticking? The short answer, yes. But that's the wrong answer. Being a part of the Tourette Syndrome Association Australia, we say no to suppressing your tics. Suppressing your tics is the same as not blinking for as long as you can. It gets annoying, it gets frustrating, it hurts your eyes, and you end up blinking anyway. So it's actually counterproductive. So yeah, we can suppress, but I don't advise it. In fact, do not suppress, let it out. It's gonna be so much better for you. It's really tiring as well. I meet so many kids who suppress all day at school, and then when they get home, they let them all out. It's like saving up all of your tics until 3:30 when you get home, and you're ticking like a Swiss watch that's in fast mode. So if you tick, do not suppress. Another question I get all the time is it genetic? Now, anyone who's looked into this and's watching this right now, you'll be like, that is a hard question to answer. Yes, it is genetic, but it's not guaranteed. I was given a statistic a little while ago, and I love this analogy. If you have 100 sets of identical twins and one twin has Tourette's, only 52 of the other twins will have it. And now this is identical twins sharing the exact same DNA. So it's not fully guaranteed to get Tourette's if your parents have Tourette's. Neither of my parents have Tourette's, and my brothers have some tics. And then I had cousins come over from Croatia and I saw him and he was like, kept rearranging his feet. And me and my mum looked at each other and went, that's where the Tourette's comes from. It's Croatian. When it comes to being diagnosed with Tourette's, you need to show tics, both motor and vocal, for 1 year before you get diagnosed. I was diagnosed at just before 10 years of age, which I remember so well because when I got diagnosed, I got the best birthday present ever. My parents, I don't know if they felt guilty or if they felt like, oh, our son, he's so special. Let's make this birthday amazing. I don't know, but I got a trampoline, which was awesome. I used to jump off the veranda onto the trampoline all the time. It was the best, so I'll always remember that birthday. But I know so many people who get diagnosed later in life. I know people who were diagnosed very young in life. I definitely had tics from a baby. Like from a very, very young age, I've had tics. So I've had Tourette's my whole life. I get asked a million questions all the time by parents, people who have Tourette's, people who are curious, by teachers, everyone. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear them and I'd love to answer them. Also, if you had Tourette's and you grew out of it, I want to hear from you. I've never met anyone who grew out of their Tourette syndrome. So conducting my own personal research, I'd love to meet you. I don't mean like in person, because that's kind of weird and creepy. You want to hang out? I mean like I want to have dialogue with you on a screen in the safety of our own homes. And if you've just been diagnosed with Tourette's, oh, welcome to the party. You can always contact me. You can always reach out. I'd love to meet you. Good luck. It's a really hard slog. It's really hard. There are no two ways about it. Having Tourette's sucks. Having Tourette's is hard. But it's up to you to learn how to enjoy it, learn how to accept it, learn how to take it in your stride, and learn how to love it. Because like I said before, it ain't going anywhere. So give me a subscribe, give this video a like, leave a comment, ask a question. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll do my best in answering every single one.